Well, hey there, guys. Welcome back. Another month has gone by, and this is the first week of July, and we are going to be taking a quick look at our status of the garden. And I thought the best thing to do on this episode or this video this time is I'll just take them one row at a time and one crop at a time, and talk about each one of the veggies and how they're doing and what we've done and where we are on all that stuff. So just stick in there with me. It shouldn't take us 5-10 minutes at the most, and we'll be give you an update on where we are and what's been going on. Well, let's take a look at the sweet potatoes. If you followed along, I do have a video showing me planting these boxes. I've got 4 boxes all down through here on the side of the garden that was my Yukon Gold, and when I pulled those up, I did a video on setting out these sweet potato slips. I did 3 to a box, and if you saw that video, I had one little sprig or slip that was all roots and no leaves. And I thought, well, this won't do any good, but we'll try it anyway. That's it right there, full of leaves, running everywhere like all the rest of them. I see some bugs are nibbling on the leaves, but that's to be expected where I don't use pesticides. But here's the other box. Those 3 seem to be doing well, and I've got the same thing in those other 2 down there. So it looks like we might get some rain, and we might have a good sweet potato crop come October. Crossing our fingers on that one. Next up, we're talking about the squash. And oh boy, talk about the squash. You can see these. This is the second bed rather. These are yellowed already. I think they've got, I know they've got vine borer started on them, plus lack of rain. These are looking pretty decent up here. But across the aisle over there, that row is completely empty. I pulled all those up. What you're seeing on the right there is my okra. But this bed is where my squash was. And I'll wait till next week and probably plant some more squash in the same spot. And that'll be my fall crop. Should be coming in about, I don't know, September time frame, maybe on even into October. So we'll see how that works. We're going to plant not nearly as much. This one bed, let me swing back around. This one bed plus these little bit over here I've started picking. Right now to date we've had right at 130 pounds of squash that we've harvested. We've been giving it away. We've been eating, we've been freezing, we've taken some to church. So folks are enjoying the fruits of our squash labor anyway. Okay, we're going to talk about the okra. These things are really taking off. They are good 2 feet, 2.5 feet tall on this row. And I've picked, I think, 1 okra pod to date. And so they're just starting. Every plant out here was blooming yesterday and today. So I know they're loaded down with blossoms. They're beginning to form the fruit, the pods, and it's not going to be very long. I'll be picking okra about as fast as I can keep up with it, and still won't be able to keep up with it. And I've got the other row right across here, right next to my tomatoes, and so there we go. This is where we are on the okra. One of the things we haven't talked too much about is my tomatoes. You can see right here with these big boy tomatoes, They are at the top of this 5-foot trellis. They're also being affected by this heat. You can see how the bottom pieces of them look like they're dead and dying out. These things have really not done well this year at all. I've got some green tomatoes on there finally. As we walk down through here, you can see them. But not too many of these things are getting very ripe. And now I'm worried that the heat is just going to do us in. Now, what is good or doing well are these Romas across the aisle. They're not nearly as tall as those big boys, but just look at the tomatoes that are on these vines. And they've weighted them over where I didn't get them all tied up to the trellis, and they're just breaking them over. But tomatoes are still doing well. So we're gonna just tough it out, see what we get on this tomato crop. And that's gonna be some good picking here in the next few days. Starting to get some of these now, and so I think they're gonna do real well for us. And these will go, probably most of them will go into the freezer. Can you say flowers in the garden? Absolutely we can. These are my cosmos, and they've had pollinators on them all week, and they've looked like this all week. I've got to start out with cosmos, and then I drop down to some zinnias, and the zinnias didn't do quite as well. But then as we go on in toward the inner side, I've got some black-eyed Susans, and then finish out the row with some marigolds. And then straight across that aisle in the middle, I've got the same flowers over there in reverse order. Marigolds, and then black-eyed Susans, zinnias, and my cosmos, rounding out the end of it over here. Those are my flowers this year. Okay, this is my row of snap beans. We've had a whole video on this if you happen to catch any of those. I've picked this bed twice, and you see how it's all dying off. They're finished. I'm gonna do one more picking next week and pull this row up completely. So those are finished, and we're doing real well with them. Real happy with them. You may have noticed in the other videos about my purple hull peas and the snap beans, I have this row right down the middle of both of those. These are my lima beans, and they have not been picked yet. They're just getting ready to that size, and I'm waiting on some rain, good rain, to plump them up. And Tex keeps informing me he's keeping the critters out of them, so we got to hurry up and get some rain on them so we can fill these things up and have a good crop of lima beans. And again, everything's duplicated on the other side of that aisle there right behind Tex. So, since you're not getting any rain, what do? How do you keep these things alive? There you go. This is the answer. I'm out here, and it's enjoyable and gets you down close to your plants so you can see what's going on. You can see where rabbits have got in here and nibbled a little bit. You can see where bug issues are starting to develop. You can see where the drought is absolutely, I call it a drought. We ain't had a rain in a week or two, seems like anyway. But I just water it by hand, and I go up and down each row. On the left side, I water going up. On the right side, I water coming back. And that's just what I do. That's the way I do it. Good way to just relax and spend the day, or an hour or two. Okay, these are my purple hull peas. This whole last row here in the garden, and it's right next to some other beans, so they're still bushy. You can tell the dividing walkways, but these things are just getting ready to pick, and you can see they're turned purple when they're getting ready. So it's going to be a good crop, I'm sure, if we get some rain. We've had thunderstorms everywhere in the state of Georgia and everywhere in this county for the last week, and I have got zero rain on my garden. So everything is not filling out like it should. That's why you see some of the leaves yellowing up. And let me swing back around and you'll get a good evening overview of the garden and how it's looking. Well, hi there guys. I hope you're enjoying this, taking a look at the garden and give you an update for the month of July. Figured a good spot after we just got through looking at all the vegetables. That'd be a good breaking point just to take a break. So I come over here and sit down in my yard swing and rocking back and forth, if you see a little bit of movement there. And next we're going to take a look at some of the fruits I've got growing around here. Your blueberries, picking those already, figs, which are loaded up and getting ready, and muscadines, and they're loading up, getting ready as well. So hang in there. We're going to take a quick look at those three, and then we'll wrap this thing up for this month. I've been out here this evening after supper, actually picking these blueberries. This bush has been loaded. I don't see too many blue ones left on there, but I've got them. And this one is a new bush, so it's not putting out yet. This one right here was loaded down, and these others across the walkway were loaded down over there. So the blueberries are doing very well. I've got several quarts put in the freezer already, so that's looking good. And I think we're going to have in fact, we had blueberry pancakes this morning, I believe is what I ended up cooking for breakfast this morning. So anyway, blueberries, love them. This is just one of my 3 fig trees, and I'm looking forward to a good year. They have a lot of figs coming on here. You can see that, and it's that way on almost every branch as you look through here. And like I said, I'm really excited. Last year I got a handful maybe. This year I think we're going to do pretty well. Might even be able to put some away, make some fig preserves or something. That would be nice. But all 3 trees look just like this, and they're loaded down. They're just waiting to get them ripe, and we'll get them picked. Speaking of the fig trees earlier, look right here. When I pruned my fig trees back in the fall, I stuck 6 cuttings into some pots, and lo and behold, accidentally I walked up on them. I thought they were all dead, and I've got 5 that's put out leaves out of the 6. So that's good. I already got somebody that's wanting a fig tree, so I'm going to help them out with that big one right there. Okay, the muscadines are coming along. It's getting midsummer, and look at here. We got some nice bunches growing down through this vine we've got going on here. And I'll just walk down through here and let you see what we've got. And here and there I can just see all kinds of them down there. Look at there, there's some. In fact, some of these are already starting to turn, aren't they? But anyway, muscadines are coming along great, and can't wait to start snacking on these things when I'm out here working. I love them. Well guys, another month, another garden tour. And I hope you've enjoyed that. I know it's not exciting unless you're just really into vegetables. But anyway, it's what's keeping me busy and keeping me off the streets and keeping me out of trouble. So that's what we're doing. And it's been a hot summer so far. But here we are at the first week of July and things are looking good. I expect to get quite a few more crops out of these. Some of these things I haven't even started picking yet. As we went through that with you. So there'll be another tour coming up first week of August, and we'll take a look in and see what I've got left, if anything, and see how we're doing that point in time. So for today, I think that's going to do it. And unlike my other videos where I run to the front porch swing, I'm going to actually sit out here in the yard swing next to the garden. And we're going to show you the video as an overall view of the whole thing. I thought it looked really good, so I thought it would be a good video to end this session with. So enjoy. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.